Hey guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and start recording again. I still haven't put up none of the videos onto YouTube because really I still gotta learn the process of setting it up. But needless to say, if I'm putting this up, then I've put up the other ones, and I didn't win. So today is September 1st, Monday. We're in a $33 at Club WPT, $70,000 guaranteed. It's a bounty tournament, so $15 every time you knock out somebody, basically. We're in a yeah, we're gonna call. I was thinking if I should raise, but we're gonna play really conservative at this point. Ooh, Jesus. Good thing I play really conservative at this point, because King Jack of Hearts is not an all-in. Even though a lot of these people play, that all-in could have been ace deuce suited. Which you'll see, watch. We're gonna watch Scandal 22 and see what his all-in is about. Hopefully we get to see him play. Could have been a low pocket pair. But regardless. Ooh, we would hit two pair. That would have been nice. Yeah, so the goal is to cash here. I only got $34 left in my budget. I had $67. So I need to cash here. And cashing for $13,000 for first place, $9,000 for second place, $6,000. Any one of those would be really a blessing, ultimately. So, I got my daughter's birthday coming up in October. My birthday, but I really don't care about that. Queen Jack. Scandal has been playing a lot of pots, right? Total hands. Yeah, he's played all 4 pots. If he raises, we're gonna call him. Well, if he re-raises, we're not gonna call. We don't really have a $400 hand based off of this, especially giving up position. We're gonna fold. I only lost $50. I could have played to see a flop, and then I would have had to play position. He has position on me. And, even if I hit my queen, he could have king queen, or he could have ace queen. Even if I have my jack, he could have king jack, or he could have ace jack, or a pocket. So then I gotta worry about that and contemplate on that. And since this is a all-in bounty style tournament, I'd rather already be going in knowing I'm favored to win. Want to get it in good, really, is the idea. Get it in good so that way we can win. Because a lot of these guys are going to get it in bad for sure. They're for sure going to get it in bad. And then against us, Manifest Destiny, they're going to get it in bad all the time and be losing. That is interesting. Well, we should protect our blind. I don't like the hand, but gotta protect my blind, at least for a call, to show that at least I can win 340 for the price of $50. Continuation bet. Yep. No, I don't feel like chasing it. Clubs, jack of clubs, another club, then we need another club, so we gotta see another bet. I don't want to see too many bets like that. $150. That's doable. We like 150 bet. I feel like a 150 for this hand is good. 3 big blinds. Oh, we definitely like this hand. We like how it's turning out. We like how this is turning out. It's kind of like an overbet to make it seem like I don't have it. I knew he was gonna fold regardless, and then he was gonna check me down. I'd rather not show if I don't have to. My hand. That 270 let me know he was pretty weak on that. I could have check raised him on the ace, but why? I was hoping he hit something on the river, not something that beats me, but something that at least makes him to consider a call. That was a raise and then a re-raise. We're gonna fold our fours. I know it's a pair, but I'm only 490 effective over the starting stack. And again, I want to be in a better position. I mean, I would have been in position, but I want to have a better hand. I have 3 goals for this tournament. The 3 goals are this. First, cash. Second, cash. Think about the cash, you know. First, I need to get in the cash. Then it's all up. Ooh, we would have hit the trips. Then it's all about thinking about the cash. But I would have had to call a second bet. Wouldn't have? Didn't he do a second bet? Yep, I believe he did do a second bet. I would have had to do a second bet. So, and I think I would have folded my fours on the flop after seeing that. But I would have been all in at this point for sure. Ooh. Why do I feel like it's a draw, right? Oh, I would have been losing. Damn, great thing I folded. See? That's a great fold. I would have had 3 4s, but she flopped 3 9s. A set of 9s versus a set of 4s. It's a good set, Miss. Pi Botan. Pi Botan. What is that, Peloton? I'm just gonna call you Peloton, man. I don't like the way your name is. I'm gonna raise to 200. Well, she and him are both at 20,000, so that's double us effective. I'm gonna do a continuation bet. One, to make it look like we're just doing a continuation bet, and 2, so it doesn't switch up, cost us anything. I'm not going to bet this like that this time. I just don't like running into shit. I want to be a little bit more deceptive on my hand this time. Also, if somebody does something crazy, I could bail out and not be too committed to too chip committed. And then also, I don't like that Ace Jack showed up very last hand and then I get Ace Jack. You know? Like the previous hand was, I had Ace Queen and we flopped the top pair, but Ace Jack. So that puts us at 8-10 clubs. We're gonna fold. Not mad at that. Could be facing 8-10, could be facing 2 pair, could be facing club draws. It's a very open board, especially for little blind and big blind to be in. And even if I would have raised, I'm still betting at these people right now with nothing. Like, that dude is an idiot because there's a club draw and the straight out there. But let's see it. You have 6-7, 2 pair. He has 7-5, 6-7. Would have beat us. 7-5. We could have probably took that from the flop. Pre-flop, not the flop. Pre-flop. The flop, we were gonna get dominated. See, but if he would have called, if he makes the call, I raise, you know, to 200. You know, 1-8, 16, 24. Even if I make it 240. Maybe he calls with the 6-7 because he's in the button. Then he flops 2 pair. Then I have to do a continuation bet. So let's say another 240. He's just gonna call. The king would have showed up. I would have had to check. He might have bet and I would have folded, or he would have checked to be sneaky. Then on the river would have showed up, and then I would have needed to do some type of sneaky bet. I might have bluffed it to represent the king, thinking like I was laying low with the king. So say I put out another 700, let's say 750 I would have put out. Now effectively I would have lost 1,200, and because he would have raised with his 2 pair, and it would have been over. This way I'm gonna lose 80. I lost 80 chips. That's the logic anyways. I mean, anybody can dispute it, and obviously hindsight is 20/20, and I guess I could have did it better, but even if I did, you know, that's just the way I'm playing right now. I didn't say I'm a poker pro. I want to be a poker pro. That's why I think I'm gonna name my channel Uncrowned, or not crowned yet. Think about names. I don't know. If I was smart, I'd get something that is going to be catchy, so that way y'all want to listen to it and watch it, and then I could make hats and t-shirts and something, and then people can purchase it, and I can wear my own clothing line. That'd be tight at the World Series of Poker. And if I won that, instead of having like, you're sponsored by such and such, sponsored by this, you know, it'd be my own. That would be tight. That's the dream. That's the dream, guys. Hopefully we can make that happen. I don't know why like Phil Hellmuth, and I really like Phil Hellmuth. I'm sorry. Phil Hellmuth is cool too. He's obviously the poker bro. He's cool. I was saying Phil Ivey, but I don't know why Phil Ivey and 6'8", 6'9" Struble. I don't know why Phil Ivey and Danny Negreanu, don't start do that, you know. Like, I mean, Daniel Grano hasn't, I mean, really won anything. I mean, not to, I mean, he's obviously winning way more money than I am, and he's actually the reason why I started doing this recording thing, because he was doing this year. I know I told y'all, I might have said this in the other video, but he's was doing his little vlog for the World Series of Poker 2025, and I was just looking, I was watching him, I was rooting for him to win something again, and he just he was consistently losing, but it wasn't the thing that he was losing that was that inspired me or nothing like that. I was kind of inspired by the way it didn't affect him to start recording, because man, who loses so much money and doesn't get affected? I know he's made so much money, so that's probably the reason why, and I can't fathom the idea of being able to lose all that money and just be like, it's alright, I mean, it is what it is. But God, man, he would lose a tournament and get it in another tournament, lose a tournament, get in another tournament, and I was just like, and instead of like being like instead of it being obviously, instead of it affecting him to the point where it's like, damn, like, let me reflect and chill out. I mean, I know he probably believes in himself, and that's why, I mean, he's great, obviously, but it's just the amount of money that he was losing just in my mind was like, damn. And so it made me be like, wow, there's got to be a people like me that would want to, that are starting from the beginning and be like, man, I can't afford to lose that, so let's watch this journey, you know. Because I was looking to be like, man, there was a guy I was watching too, he was playing Glove WPT, I don't remember what it was, but he was just a regular guy, and he was sitting on his couch, and he was happy because he was in like he was in the money, and I'm folding because the big blind's about to come to me, and I've already played two hands back to back, and the Queen 10, and then now the King Queen, and it just feels like I'm playing too many hands. And I didn't call that Queen 10 because Devil's 911 made it 1500 out of the big blind after calling, so that could have been Queen 7 or Queen, could have been 2-pair Queen, and I didn't like my Queen 10 kicker, Queen 10 high kicker. But yeah, so back to what I was saying. I just feel like even with Daniel Negreanu's channel, I was enjoying watching him going on the chase, and then I would watch him, you know, I was enjoying when he was winning big hands, he would come back and tell you, and he was saying, you know, what he was facilitating, what his mental thought process was as he was going through it, and I was like, hell yeah, in the very least, that can like level my mind up to one day become a better player. But then, even though he would be thinking it right, I feel like I was inspired by the fact that I don't think that's relatable to most of us, to be able to consistently lose, not consistently losing. Again, I'm not shooting at nobody. I'm not trying to be like, he keeps losing. I was just watching the thing, and the way I was watching for him to like make it deep and run and then win. Like he was buying in late registrations, and one time, and I remember, if I'm not mistaken, and then he doubled up quickly, and then the next video he's in his own private cabana room or whatever. I don't know what they even call it. Hopefully this gives us a win. This would be nice to get at least $15 off of this ace jack suited. But then he was running back and running over who he played and what he was putting the bets on and how he was reading certain players. And I'm gonna raise it up. And then the following one, he was out of the tournament, and I was like, what the hell? Okay, pocket pair. I believe you have a pocket pair. Let's go. But your pocket pair now has put me in a position where I am going to have to play all of it. We are going to club chase for sure. We need a 2 of clubs. 2 of clubs, 7 of clubs, king of clubs, queen of clubs, 2 of clubs, 7 of clubs, king of clubs, 2 of clubs. Fuck. That hurt. Wow, that sucks. Alright. This is our last. We have $34 left. And 33 of it has just been used. Yeah, I called it though. I said pocket pair. I don't remember what the other guy had. Yeah, a 4 and a 3. Yeah, he did have a 4 and a 3. He had a 4 and a 3? What the heck are you doing, bro? That's what I meant about, well, I mean, the 4 and the 3 technically would have beat us. So, technically would have beat us. The 4 and the 3 actually drew us to go all in, huh? Yep, it did, because stupid 3, he had a pair of 3, Cisco S46. That was dumb, Cisco S. Now, I did say I was gonna chase that all the way in, but man, if we would have won that, that would have been phenomenal. We had a lot of outs though, because we had the ace out. Ace would have gave us an out, and any club. 3 aces left in the deck, as long as nobody folded them, and then one more club, any club. So we were actually pretty comfortable. Like, I lost and I needed to win. I need three things that are very important. First thing is the cash. So normally I would press this person here in this position, but I don't want the person behind me, because this should be our board. 8-3-2 should be big blind and small blind, not 3 away from the blind. For sure, it's Randy's losing. For sure, Randy's losing. For sure, you're losing, Randy, if he calls. You're on a club draw. I want to say you could have had what I had, ace jack of clubs. But good bet. Yeah, so that sucks. I really didn't want to lose that damn $33 already in the beginning of the damn tournament. Now if I take out 2 people, that just puts me at zero, negative $3. And I was hoping to take out 2 people, and then I could be already. No, stupid. If I take out 2 people, I'm not at zero. I still need 2 more people to be at zero, and that's not even at zero. That's just $30. That's $60, but I'm still $6 under. The idea was is that if I just took out 2 people, but prior to buying in again, now I'm kind of free playing. I didn't want to have to. Like, I wanted to have the freedom of, like, oh, okay, well, worst case scenario, if like how it happened, I'll buy in again, which is what I was planning on doing. If it was gonna happen, I mean, but I would have liked to not have had it happen, and I still cash. Plus, I still had $30-some in the bankroll, $34 in the bankroll, and we could be winning. Yeah, there's got to be a lot of. I'm not saying there's people like me or y'all or like me, or I hope y'all are all doing way better than me. But there's got to be some people that can't afford to lose $50, $60, $100, $200, $1,000, $10,000, $5,000, and just shake it off, and are still playing for the hope, the dream of being able to look at your family and feel like, I got it, I did that. Obviously, a lot of people most men are able to achieve that through hard work, and they went to school and they make careers and everything like that. I just made some life choices that weren't I can't come back from. So I like to think I'm decent at this. So I'd like to be crowned champion one day, and have my family be the ones standing on the sideline crying happy because we won $10 million. And they know that from that point on, they're rich for the rest of their lives. Because there's no way we win millions of dollars and then we'll be broke after that. Because I'm gonna hire some way smarter than me people to manage our money, and I'll play from now on with a budget that's a little bit higher, but so that was the part too. What I was saying about Daniel Negreanu was how home I was watching him, and it was some of the coolest stuff too. Because I was watching, he would get in his Tesla and he would go to he went to the doctor in his Tesla, and then he went to go eat, and I was watching all this stuff, and I was just thinking, man, like, he's laying with his wife and just having a beautiful peace, and he's playing. He was some other games that he was playing online, different tournaments, and his wife is with him, and she's playing pool and stuff. And I just thought, man, that's beautiful, I wish I could see my wife doing that, and I could be home with my wife making millions of dollars, or I could go. My wife could be walking in a beautiful home with windows and sliding mirrors and balconies and stainless steel refrigerators and stove tops and outside pool and hammocks. I just think that would be beautiful. I'll be overbet that for sure. We overbet that for sure. I, I mean, never mind. Look, I don't even feel like I overbet that. Now, I'm gonna say why I don't know. I don't know if somebody that's a pro could say, yeah, you overbet it, whatever. But I don't want the big blind or the small blind to call me when I got aces. I don't want them to hit two. I don't want to run into deuce sevens suited that hits two pair or flops two pair or flops the flush draw. I don't want to run in. I want to be playing against people that are saying they have a hand, at that point in time, because I'm declaring I have a hand, so I want to be playing against people that have a hand. But yeah, that's it. That's my strategy. That's what I'm looking at right now. I might change it later. Sometimes I'll play deceptive or whatever, but at this moment, I don't want to be deceptive. I want to be more straightforward at this point. It seems like everybody at this table is playing super extremely tight. I'm okay with that. It gives me the understanding of I'm going to be facing ace king, ace 10, ace pocket pairs, king queen suited, king jack suited, king 10 suited. If that's just my initial read without diving too deep into it. But we wanna double up soon, preferably. Especially since we basically paid to have 20,000 chips. Because we bought in twice, so. We need to be way above 20,000 by the time late registration ends. At least 70,000. I was thinking 500 too, man. I was like, if they play anything under 500, I'll call. I did say under in my mind, but we're gonna step out for. I should have stuck to my guns. I'm gonna take a shot at it. Well, I shouldn't be worried about the 2. Should only be worried about the queen. 2 shouldn't be affecting us really, because small blind and big blind are out. We did make it 520, or guy did make it 525 to call. Yeah, I'm gonna fold. It was a weird raise. Well, because and also too, if I call 1,000, then I might get ping pong by the 4,000. Don't do 4,000 all in, my guy. No, we need an ace of spades would be perfect right now, or a 9 of spades. When I had aces, I made it 5 something and nobody called. If queen 10 of spades, I make it 500. We get a caller. Yep. Interesting. Yeah. I know I kind of ramble. I'm jumping in between topics, but yeah. Hopefully, I do start this YouTube thing and show it, and then I can start seeing the people be saying. I see some YouTubers, they be like talking about the comments and then responding to people. I wonder what y'all are gonna think when y'all see these videos. I really just want to know if there's people like me. Like I think there gotta be, right? People that I don't know. I watched this. I don't know who it was. I can't even find him again. But there was a black man. He was playing in the WSOP, but I don't know what it was because there's so many WSOP tournaments. But he ended up winning. And the thing that I was kind of inspired by watching him wasn't that he won. It was about what he said after he won. And he said something along, I'm paraphrasing, but he said something along the lines of, I did this without the money. He said, imagine what I do now that I have the money, imagine what I can accomplish. And that just resonated for me. I was like, wow, for him he sat down, he made it to a final table. He became a millionaire, but I don't know if it was multi-millions. I don't know if it was 1, 2, 10. I don't remember. But that wasn't even the important thing. It was the fact that he was saying he took a chance on himself. He bet on himself, and he won. And he did it at a risk, like, for his own personal risk. Like, he may have had bills, or a car note, or a house note, or something that he needed to pay, light bill, something. And obviously, we gotta all be responsible to our responsibilities. But sometimes, if you don't take a chance, sometimes you feel like life is not meant for everybody to win. And you gotta just take a chance, man. So many of these people, you guys, there's a guy named Lew Sid. So Lew and then SID. So 2 words, Lew and then Sid. He's a rapper, and he has a song that says "Get Off the Porch." He says in the thing, he said, I had to get out the porch to step out of Nissan to jump in a Porsche. So basically, I just thinking about stepping off the porch to get my wife out of a Nissan, which is what we have, Nissan Altima. and try to put her into a Porsche, a 2-seater Porsche that she could just be cruising. And if I can get me a truck, give my daughter savings account, checking account, so that way she don't have to worry about anything. Get my other daughter checking account and savings account so that she don't have to worry about anything, and I can just die a happy father. Yep. Leave my wife all my everything. Have everything in my wife's name. It'd be nice. Hopefully it starts with this. But I think my wife is about to come in, and I'm not trying to keep her having to be quiet inside the room. I'm gonna raise this. We'll see how this goes. Not having to be quiet inside the room. Hopefully I can start the recording again, and we'll be at close to once we cash. Once it says you're in the money, I'll start the recording again. And if it doesn't say we're in the money, if you don't see the recording again for today, then obviously that means that I just fucking lost $66. And I have to wait till payday to try again. But hopefully that's not gonna happen. I'm gonna believe in myself, manifest destiny, and we're gonna try to make it happen. Wish me luck. Good luck to y'all. If obviously I still haven't even put the first video out, but if anybody watching this, good luck to you and your family. I hope you win. I don't want you to win against me, but I want you to win. For real. I'm glad about that win though. That was nice. Gave me basically a free big and small blind. Alright, I'm gonna stop the video for now until I win. Until I get to the cash. Oh, I'm not wasting. Oh, I guess we can see one more since we're already there. Check. Two of the connectors I would have normally want to raise, but why? Up and down, straight draw. We'll bet. I could have a king. Alright, ma'am. Alright, yeah. Goodbye.